Oh boy, here we go again. Mark Carney and the tariffs. He unveils a funding package to combat Trump's tariffs. So let's see how much it's going to cost us, the taxpayers.
In the face of tough job numbers and with the U.S. trade deal nowhere in sight, Prime Minister Mark Carney released a laundry list of ways the government plans to help.
This disruption calls for a bold new approach.
Specifically, a program to help up to 50,000 workers learn new skills, a policy to ensure the government buys Canadian goods, loans for businesses, and more cash for industries hit hard by tariffs.
And we're going to support Canadian workers so they can drive Canada's economic transformation.
So does it mean that he's giving up on negotiations? Negotiations. I don't know. To me, that kind of sounds like it. If he's planning to help people get trained onto new positions, or yeah, I don't know. Let me see the list quickly. Yeah, so reskilling package for up to 50,000 workers. Yeah, I guess it's gonna be everyone from Windsor. Buy Canadian policy. Are you gonna make it cheaper? Is that what that means? I doubt that. It's not gonna be. It's probably gonna be if you buy a U.S. produce, you're gonna get fined or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised. Like it's just ridiculous. Did you see what Doug Ford did with all of the U.S. alcohol? How he's spilling it everywhere? It's so ridiculous, man. Loans for businesses. Oh, here we go. That's how they're gonna make more money, right? Support for tariff hit sectors. Well, who's paying the support? That's my question. Don't get me wrong. They're still Canadian citizens. They need support. I agree with that. I just hate that this is another issue that was created by Mark Carney and his false promises, and we're gonna have Carney lovers in the comments, and they're gonna be like, well, it's because of President Trump, not Mark Carney. He could have signed the deal. He just insisted in renegotiating CUSMA or USMCA. It's ridiculous. Just sign the deal and then renegotiate it. But no, he had a better idea. And this was in June. It's September now. It's ridiculous. We were supposed to have a new trade deal during the G7 in Alberta, but no.
Hard by tariffs.
And we're going to support Canadian workers so they can drive Canada's economic transformation.
Across sectors, the reaction? Gratitude mixed with worry.
So Canada's economical transformation, or whatever he said. Yeah, that means that he's just giving up to me. And what it also means is that I always thought that Canada will get better in like 10-15 years. That it's going to take 10-15 years until this all gets sorted out and we can again have a good quality of life. But if he's planning to do this and people keep voting liberals, it's gonna take much longer. It's gonna take 5 to 10 years just to transform the industry and economy, according to Mark Carney. And if Canadians, and please don't vote them again. Come on, we're already like definition of insanity. It's even more like 4 terms. 4 terms. And it's getting worse and worse. Like, we're gonna bankrupt. Trump will buy us for $1. I wouldn't be surprised.
That it may not be enough.
Yeah,
we
it's
need
not
to
enough.
see an enhancement of employment insurance beyond what was announced today. We know only 2 in 5 workers currently qualify for EI.
Wait. They're offering EI? That's ridiculous. So imagine, you're probably making decent money working all of these jobs that are affected, right? You're definitely making more than 1,000 bi-weekly. I would say maybe 3,000-4,000 bi-weekly, and they're gonna send you back for 1,000, you're not gonna be able to pay rent, mortgage, and food. You're either gonna pay food or part of your mortgage, or the full mortgage, but no insurance, no gas, nothing. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, yeah, the EI should be bigger, but we're not able to afford the EI because of the Liberal government and the mess they made, right? Because our economy is just messed up.
The steel industry says those Buy Canadian rules should apply to provinces and municipalities too.
It's one thing to require domestic steel, but it should be procured in Canada, fabricated in Canada, engineered in Canada according to our standards.
As for canola farmers facing crippling Chinese tariffs, Carney wants to spend more than $300 million to turn crops into fuel sold at home and is expanding loan programs. The industry says great, but
I guess we can't.
Yeah, great, but I made a video about it. I'm gonna post it soon, or maybe I already did, who knows. Well, the big issue is that this is again the issue created by Liberal government because they were greedy about Chinese EV cars, right? All electric vehicles, which is ridiculous. So they imposed 100% tariff on Chinese EVs back in October 2024, which, to be fair, was Justin Trudeau and Liberal Party, right? But it just sounds so ridiculous. What it literally means is that China will send a car to Canada for free. Because 100% tariff means you have to pay us 100%. So you literally send a car for free and that's it. You make no profit. Which is ridiculous. What it cost is that the price of Tesla Model Y went up by 20,000. Because now they don't have any competitors from China, right? Chevy Silverado, the electric one, went up by 50,000. So really, how is this good for consumer? I know you're trying to protect the jobs in automobile industry, and that's great. But 100% is ridiculous. And guess what this 100% tariff cost? Well, March 20th, we got slammed with 100% tariff on canola oil. So the canola oil that was exported from Canada to China got slammed with 100% tariff. And that's not all. Mark Carney was in power for 6 days back then. Well, what happened after that? August 14, we got slammed with almost 80% tariff on canola seed, give me a second, canola seed dumping or something like that it's called. Sorry, I don't have it in front of me. But which pretty much means that now we're not even able to sell canola seed to China. So they completely crippled our canola seed trade between Canada and China, which was somewhere with some sources say 5 billion in 2023. Somewhere I saw 14 or 15 billions in 2024. I'm not sure which price is correct. But it's not a small amount, right? So yes, these incentives are good towards our farmers. But again, it's the issue created by Liberal government. And Mark Carney pretty much just continues with it. He didn't solve it. He had 5 months to solve the 100% tariff on canola oil, and the only outcome we got is almost 76% tariff on canola seeds. You're telling me he's a leader for crisis? Doesn't look like it. And that incentives, where do you think he gets the money? Either it's going to be deficit or taxpayers' money, because he's not making money on the tariffs coming from EV cars. Do you really think China's going to send a car here for 30,000 and it's going to be sold in Canada for 60,000? That's ridiculous. That's not gonna happen. And yeah, I don't know.
Borrow our way out of this crisis. It really does need to be resolved at a political level.
The opposition calls the plan, quote, a big show about nothing.
Yep.
He's gotten absolutely nothing done this summer other than shuffle a lot of papers and hold a lot of meetings while Canadians lose their jobs, can't afford food, and are unable to buy homes.
Now, the cost of all of this support will add up.
Pierre is right. How is it possible that we dropped the tariffs on the US produce and products, and the prices in our stores are still high? Like, it's crazy. I used to be able to buy a food for the whole family for like $200-300 a week. Now it's $500-600 a week. That's ridiculous. And again, like, the tariffs were dropped on September 1st. Now it's September 7th. The prices are still up. So really, where's the money going when it's not going on the tariffs anymore? Like, who's spiking the price? Again, like, government did something that's beneficial for someone, but not for the normal consumer.
Next month's budget should show how the government intends to pay for it all. Labor groups are bracing for public sector cuts that could mean more workers needing more help. Lindsay Duncombe, CBC News, Vancouver.
Now let's bring in the host of Power and Politics, David Cochrane. David, Canada is facing substantial challenges right now. So how substantial are these measures?
Well, look, the scale and cost of what Trump is doing becomes more apparent with each new announcement. It's billions and billions and billions in supports and restructuring, and thousands and thousands and thousands of Canadians losing their jobs. So today, it's the building blocks for a support program for which to launch this wide-scale industrial restructuring. And in many ways, this only really deals with the acute problems of the moment. There's a very real possibility that challenges get worse post the big CUSMA review, because I think at this point, it's kind of naive to think that Donald Trump goes through that whole process without trying to fundamentally alter the rules of continental trade in a seismic way. So the signal from today is that this won't be quick and it won't be easy.
The government, as we know, is preparing its fall budget, and it's looking for savings in the public.
Well, everything Carney does right now is kind of suicidal band-aid. I don't know how to describe it otherwise. He's giving out money that he doesn't have, and he's not solving the causes. Pardon me. He's literally just slamming the band-aid on it, and he has no plan what to do about it. Like, you need to negotiate new tariffs with China, with US, right? You're gonna have to swallow your pride and negotiate a new USMCA. That's not gonna be that. No, pretty much that's not gonna allow Canada to take advantage of US anymore. And he's not doing any of that. He's sending money to Afghanistan, Ukraine, which again, like, it's humanitarian aid, right? But look, if I look outside of the window, I'm gonna see a smoke, and I don't even live in the BC. We need the money over here. I don't hear anything about wildfires now, but I can look outside of the window and see that. So what's going on? How is Mark Carney thinking about Canadians?
Service. So how does the spending fit into the bigger picture?
Yeah, the budget's going to be a blend of austerity and investment. Austerity, in the way this government talks, means sort of reducing core government operational spending to free up money to do this economic restructuring, this stimulus spending to help businesses adapt. Basically, spending needs to deliver economic output, not just civil servant jobs in Ottawa, unless they are part of the core mission of government. So,
how is he gonna free up money? We didn't hear anything about that. Where is he gonna get the money? Our taxes will go up. There's gonna be some other carbon tax or whatever bullshit like this, like, for sure.
So this is going to require a big shift in how they do things, and Trump's not going to make it easy.
Thanks for this, David Cochrane in Ottawa.
What are you talking about the Trump? The issue is in Canada. The issue is in Ottawa. Like, we have a huge potential. We had it for God knows how many years, and we were blocked for 10 years by liberal government. We have resources, we have critical minerals, we have energy, but somehow we're not using it. All we hear is like, oh yeah, maybe in the future, blah, blah, blah. Our economy will grow, blah, blah, blah. How? There's no plan. It's only getting worse. Anyway, let me know what you think about this whole fiasco. If you like the reaction, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.